2026 Cadillac Celestiq represents one of the most unconventional and carefully considered projects Cadillac has undertaken in decades. Its development did not follow a traditional product cycle, nor was it conceived to compete directly with high-volume luxury sedans. Instead, the Celestiq emerged from General Motors' broader transition toward electrification and its desire to redefine Cadillac as a technology-forward ultra-luxury brand. First previewed as a concept in 2022, the Celestiq entered a prolonged development phase that reflected both its complexity and its ambition. Rather than rushing the vehicle to market, Cadillac chose a slow, deliberate approach, largely because the Celestiq is not built on a conventional assembly line. Each vehicle is largely hand-assembled, which naturally limits production speed and introduces a different set of quality and consistency challenges. These factors explain why the Celestiq's rollout has been gradual, with carefully managed expectations rather than a mass-market launch. From a pricing standpoint, the Celestiq occupies a space that Cadillac has not seriously explored in the modern era. Early estimates place its starting price well above $300,000 in the United States, with final transaction prices often climbing higher depending on customization. In global terms, this positions the Celestiq closer to ultra-luxury electric offerings than to traditional flagship sedans like the Mercedes-Benz S-Class or BMW 7 Series. In markets outside North America, pricing is expected to reflect import costs, regional taxes, and homologation requirements, pushing the Celestiq even further into niche territory. Cadillac is not attempting to frame this vehicle as a value proposition in the conventional sense. Instead, affordability is secondary to exclusivity, personalization, and advanced engineering. The Celestiq is designed for buyers who already have access to established ultra-luxury brands and are willing to consider Cadillac as an alternative based on craftsmanship and technology, rather than price competitiveness. Understanding the Celestiq also requires an appreciation of Cadillac's historical context. For much of the 20th century, Cadillac was synonymous with American luxury, durability, and long-distance comfort. However, over the past several decades, the brand's reputation became less clearly defined, particularly as European competitors set new benchmarks for perceived quality and driving refinement. The Celestiq is Cadillac's attempt to reconnect with its earlier role as a technological leader rather than simply a premium brand. While reliability and durability are still important, the emphasis here is on low volume, highly controlled production, where long-term ownership expectations differ from mass-produced vehicles. The Celestiq is not intended to prove reliability through scale, but through meticulous assembly, extensive testing, and conservative performance tuning that prioritizes smoothness over outright aggression. At the structural level, the Celestiq is built on General Motors' Ultium electric platform, though in a heavily modified form. Unlike mainstream Ultium-based vehicles, the Celestiq uses a bespoke architecture tailored for low-volume production and extreme rigidity. The battery pack is integrated into the structure in a way that enhances stiffness while keeping the center of gravity low. This matters in real-world use because it directly affects ride quality, handling predictability, and long-term structural integrity. The platform also allows for advanced software integration, enabling over-the-air updates and highly customizable vehicle settings. From a practical standpoint, this construction method supports the Celestiq's role as a long-distance, high-comfort vehicle rather than a performance-oriented sedan. The exterior design of the Celestiq reflects a clear departure from Cadillac's recent design language. Instead of sharp creases and overtly aggressive proportions, the Celestiq adopts a long, low, fastback silhouette that emphasizes length and presence. The design draws inspiration from classic Cadillac flagships of the mid-20th century, particularly in its emphasis on horizontal lines and visual stability. The front lighting signature is minimalist, relying on slim vertical elements rather than traditional headlamp clusters. At the rear, the fastback profile integrates the tail lighting into a continuous form that reinforces the vehicle's width. The design is not intended to appear sporty or youthful. Instead, it communicates restraint, precision, and a sense of permanence, which aligns with its intended audience. In terms of size, the Celestiq is a large vehicle by any standard. It measures longer than most full-size luxury sedans and approaches the footprint of vehicles like the Mercedes-Maybach S-Class. Its wheelbase is particularly extended, which contributes to generous interior space and a smooth ride over uneven surfaces. Compared to electric competitors such as the Tesla Model S or Lucid Air, the Celestiq is heavier and less focused on aerodynamic efficiency. This is a deliberate trade-off, prioritizing interior comfort, acoustic insulation, and structural solidity over maximum driving range or acceleration metrics. While it occupies the same general segment as other flagship electric sedans, its dimensions and mass place it in a distinct subcategory focused on presence, rather than efficiency. Powering the Celestiq is a dual-motor, all-wheel drive electric powertrain derived from GM's Ultium system. Combined output is expected to exceed 600 horsepower, with torque delivery tuned for smooth, progressive acceleration rather than abrupt performance. The emphasis is on effortless movement at highway speeds. Consistent with the vehicle's luxury orientation, a single-speed transmission is used, as is typical for electric vehicles, eliminating shift shock and contributing to a seamless driving experience. Performance figures such as 0 to 60 times are competitive but not class-leading, and Cadillac has been careful not to position the Celestiq as a performance benchmark. Efficiency and regulatory compliance also play a role in the Celestiq's design. While there are no hybrid variants planned, the fully electric powertrain allows Cadillac to meet emissions regulations in key global markets without compromise. The large battery capacity supports long-distance driving, though real-world range will vary significantly depending on driving style and conditions. Charging capabilities are designed to align with premium expectations, offering fast DC charging and comprehensive home charging solutions. Rather than pushing the limits of efficiency, Cadillac has focused on predictability and convenience, which are more relevant to the Celestiq's target buyers. Within Cadillac's global lineup, the Celestiq sits at the very top, both in price and in conceptual importance. It is not a replacement for any existing model, nor is it intended to set sales records. Instead, it serves as a technological and philosophical statement about where Cadillac believes luxury is headed. The Celestiq is designed for buyers who value craftsmanship, customization, and a sense of individuality over brand familiarity alone. In that sense, it is less about reclaiming market share and more about reshaping perceptions. The 2026 Cadillac Celestiq is ultimately a vehicle for a narrow audience, but its influence on the brand's future direction is likely to extend far beyond its limited production numbers.